Hi all, Nightfire here. Just a quick reminder that if you haven't followed the official release of Tower of God, you need to go do that. Like, now. We start off the episode with everyone in shock. The woman in the unitard is covering her eye and screaming, while a bomb is unconscious in Rachel's lap. We get a recap as to what happened. The crown game ended without a winner. A 3-day break was given to help the regulars recover. We then meet up with Layra Rowe, who is having a conversation with Han Sung-yu. Layra Rowe is concerned about a few things. One, the crown game ended without a winner. Han Sung-yu acknowledges this, however, does not see the problem with it. Layra Rowe tells Han Sung-yu that he thought the whole reason for the crown game was to send the new team up quickly, but they chose not to go. 2, one of the 3 regulars on the new team is an acquaintance, which is against the rules of the test. Layra Rowe asks Han Sung-yu what the real purpose was to send the team to him, while disregarding other test rules. Han Sung-yu asks a question of his own. Do you know why we test the regulars? Layra Rowe says that it's to test the regulars to see if they're qualified to go up. Han Sung-yu states that that is not the reason they test them, and that it is, in fact, to weed out those who would be dangerous to the tower. Regulars come into the tower to fulfill their own desires. What if those candidates are dangerous to the tower? Therefore, the test is not to find outstanding candidates, it's to find the black sheep. Han Sung-yu asks Layra Rowe if the suspected black sheep lost the match because of the person he sent Layra Rowe. Layra Rowe finishes his coffee and then heads out, but not before asking one final question. 3. Layra Rowe asks Han Sung-yu if he's ever seen someone who's not from the 10 great families and hasn't made a contract with an administrator manipulate Shinsu freely. Han Sung-yu says that he has not, and that kind of power is beyond the rules of the tower. He then stops and says that actually he has heard of one, Yurik Mizuno, who is an irregular. Layra Rowe replies with, I see, then leaves. Layra Rowe contemplates the things he saw during the game. It seemed that it wasn't manipulation of Shinsu, but as if the Shinsu attacked of its own volition. It wasn't powerful, but the way he did it violates the rules of the tower. He then wonders if Bomb will awaken. Meanwhile, back in Bomb's room, he is still unconscious. 2 days have passed since the crown game ended. He still hasn't woken up, and he continues to stay asleep. He might not be able to take the test. A sudden knock is heard, and it is revealed that Rachel has come to visit. Episode 27 starts out with Inaka visiting Shibisu. She wants Shibisu to talk to the Black March, because the Black March refuses to speak to women. But even if the Black March likes men, it does not respond well to Shibisu, and ends up zapping him. Shibisu does not understand why Inaka wants to collect the swords anyway. He asks if there is a reason for collecting them. Inaka says yes, but that it's none of Shibisu's business. As Inaka leaves, the mysterious girl from earlier is standing outside. The mysterious woman asks Inaka if she knows who the owner of the Black March is. Inaka says that she doesn't care, but the mysterious woman makes sure she knows. The mysterious woman goes on to say that it is Yuri Jihad. She is the only one of Jihad's princesses to receive one of the 13th month series in the past 5 centuries. The mysterious woman also states that Yuri is a prodigy fisherman, feared by younger rankers, and warns Inaka not to get cocky, and then mocks Inaka by calling her a fake. Inaka responds with an attack that the woman then blocks. She then begins to walk away, stating that she warned her and not to blame her if something happens to her later. Inaka decides to ask a question before she leaves. The question is about Rachel. She wants to know who she is. She states that Bomb seemed to know her. The woman says she doesn't know who she is. They just happened to team up. She felt as if she shouldn't fight her, and explained that she is different, that she feels like someone who lived in a different world. Meanwhile, Rachel and Kun are still talking. Kun asks Rachel if she knows Bomb well, to which she states that she knew him before they came into the tower. She goes on to say that Bomb was a lonely boy. He was alone and lonely. Before he came into the tower, all he had was her. When he heard that Rachel was going up the tower, he cried, but eventually she ended up leaving him anyway. She goes on to say that She thought that they would never meet again, but then he appeared in the crown game. Rachel tells Kun that she couldn't take Baum's crown. It was going to let him win. Rachel says, though, that she ended up making it worse, and that Baum won't go up the tower because of Rachel, because his wish is to stay with Rachel, not climb the tower. She then asks Kun for a favor. She doesn't want Baum to know that she is truly Rachel. Kun does not understand her request, but agrees to it all the same. Rock then comes to see Baum as well. He tries to get him to wake up, but Baum is still unconscious. We then find out that Baum remained asleep for 5 days, 2 days after the test started. And with that, the Rust arc is over. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It would really help me. See you guys next time.